So, capes.
Yeah.
When I heard of this challenge, I was like, yo!
We want to bring it back, not on a joke thing, on a real thing.
Hopefully, we're gonna make the most iconic cape in history.
Whoosh. Whoosh. You might need a little truncheon.
He's on strike. Okay, let's go. PAQ presents Go Dexter. Shaq.
PAQ presents.
Do you even cape, bro?
What he said. PAQ presents. Do you even cape, bro?
So, welcome back, guys, to this amazing place. We are PAQ, or PAQ, and we are a fashion show, and we do the most outrageous stuff sometimes. Sometimes we dress up as a cowboy in the middle of New York when we're doing a challenge. Sometimes we do burnouts on super bikes. Sometimes we take cardboard cutouts of each other on holidays.
Yo, Danny, what do you think of New York? Yeah, it's f***ing life.
Sometimes no one's ever repped me, bruv. Sometimes we go graveyards, bruv. What? Yeah, boom, put that in.
I just want to go solo. Why can't I just get...
Checks it.
For these crazy things to continue on, please make sure you're liking, subscribing, and commenting under the video and feeding the everlasting PAQ family so we can be on your screens every week.
And if anyone tries to tell you to do differently, do what Elle does. Put on the sunglasses and keep on blocking out the haters.
So turn on notification bells as well so you get notified every time we drop a new video, as we do a giveaway for a carry tote bag for each episode. Last week's winner was...
Woo! First comment.
Here it is again. Again. Bloody hell, Shaq. Yeah.
In PAQ, we've done several different episodes. We've done creative challenges, we followed trends, e.g. dad crepes, but in this episode, we want to innovate. We want to try and set a trend. So we are going to be making capes. I ain't talking no superhero flex. I'm talking about custom capes and bringing them into fashion.
Do you know what? I would be upset because you said it's not a superhero thing with capes, because not all heroes wear capes. Capes aren't really into fashion, and we always see things where you think, what could be the next big fashion? Wait, hold on. Capes are in fashion. They've been steezy, bruv. All you gotta do is watch Game of the Thrones. Jon Snow. And I've seen your cape collection. None of them look sick. So we're gonna be making capes, and we are gonna be bringing them to the mainstream, so we can see if we can create a trend.
We don't want to look like we're going to Comic-Con. We want to look like we're going to Fashion Week.
Hey,
I'd rather go Comic-Con than Fashion Week.
That's calm. Just that Fashion Week, just don't want to hear him. That's why it was for you now. We dropped that guy time ago, fam. He had to get booted out. Dickie's boot print mark all up in his booty and everything.
So at the end of it, we'll be judged by a trend forecaster who's going to be able to tell us, can this kick off? Is it a flop? Who looks better in the outfits? Who knows, till we get there.
This episode, we should make an agreement that we will all wear these capes at the next Fashion Week.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm down. Depends how it goes.
Okay, no, let's actually do this. Dexter, put your hand in. It could be the biggest flex. Next Fashion Week, we will be wearing the capes in this episode.
I want to go Fashion Week.
3, 2, 1.
Let's get invited, yay.
No, just about to go save the world with my homies.
So this episode, we are working on capes.
When it comes to capes, man,
Yeah, they were a thing, but they went out, they got extinct.
fashion is always recycled, yet no one has ever tried to bring capes back.
Few of them in women's, you'd never really see them nowadays in men's fashion.
So we at PAQ are trying to do just that.
We want to bring it back, not on a joke thing, on a real thing.
And by the end of this episode, you are going to want your cape. You're welcome.
When I heard of this challenge, I was like, yo! Superhero vibes. I'm going in. Them lot sat me down and said, no.
These capes, they are not going to be like superhero capes, unfortunately. These are purely fashion capes.
They said, nah, can't be doing superhero capes.
Atting you, Dexter.
And we've all agreed that once we've made them, we all have to rock them to Fashion Week.
I didn't want to do it. I got defensive. If I have to go to, we get beat, blur my fingers. If I have to wear a cape to Fashion Week, yeah, then you have to come with me to Comic-Con.
So each of us, man, are actually making our own capes. I'm working with Tumi, you already know, my G, gang. Oh, so look who just turned up. Nah, so actually. So usually, my main kind of aesthetic is the kind of upcycle, collaging, different materials kind of vibe. You got the goods.
Yes.
But I'm gonna go a bit more calm, a bit more junior on this one, and kind of keep it clean. I wanna look like Little Red Riding Hood went bougie.
I'm here at my second home, Tottenham Textiles, and yeah, I am linking up with Louis again, who's gonna help me make my kit. So,
Capes.
Yeah. Apparently, yeah. It's cape time.
unfortunately, last chance we did the Just Eat one, I did end up losing. But you know what? Me and Louis elboys together, so call me Rodney, because it's Elboy and Rodney. Capes.
Today, I'm linking up with Eastwood. He's a G, you know. So, Eastwood. Are you ready for today? Do you have any idea what's going on? Talk to me. So we've done loads of episodes where it's like following trends or like what's current right now. And we were thinking, what's something that hasn't come back that we're trying to, you know, innovate and push forward? That is capes. Okay.
So I'm out here in the cold, in a crop top, about to get that cape that's gonna make me warm. So I'm gonna go in, try create a mood board.
Oh, this is so mad. What?
Based off the idea I have in my brain. If you guys ever need me to do mood boards, I charge 100 each slide. Sometimes I do need to dance. Shout your boy, get at me. I'm gonna do some research into capes. Let's see, what is a cape?
What's the difference between a cape and a poncho?
I've never designed a cape, you never designed a cape.
If you know what the difference between a cape and a poncho is, let us know down below.
A sleeveless cloak, typically a short one. Okay.
Well, I just sort of grabbed a couple of books. There's this one on pageantry.
We just started to look through books. Imagine rocking up to Fashion Week on a horse wearing a cape.
And there's the like way over the top king vibe.
Yeah.
And then there's like my guy in a little stab you on the deck of a boat cape.
I've got it. Man like the Grim Reaper.
So obviously back then, I mean, loads of previous capes, they're all kind of like very luxury in the fact that they're like old school, velour, fur.
Very capey.
Very capey.
But I'm trying to make a cape that's kind of like current to now. The whole vibe for me is like utility. And I think it would be so sick to see a cape in like a utility style.
So I've decided to hit YouTube to watch one of my favorite cape designers. It's none other than the great Edna Mo.
Edna Mo.
You've definitely seen her designs.
Yeah, I feel like I probably have.
You really have.
Who else wears like capes or jackets on their shoulders?
If it's like iconic like that.
Oh, it's definitely iconic. Like, 2004 was when she kind of like debuted.
Man like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, so this book, Massimo Osti.
Massimo Osti is the genius behind CP and Stone Island. So sick, man. You can't get a more of a unique colorway than something that reacts to your environment.
I know that I'm not supposed to do this.
Beautiful. Like 3 different colors.
Yeah, that's
One jacket.
That's incredible. It's just so sick, man. Like, this is a pen colorway as well.
That was interesting.
Ready to touch some cloth?
It's pretty much what I do for a living, mate. Constant.
Get some Imodium. So when we started this, we could have chosen any fabric. So we could have done it out of PVC or some heavy waterproof material. But for me, a cape, I want it to be like a thick wool.
Yeah, I mean, this stuff's it's quite a dense fabric anyway. Like, without any treatment, you're not going to get wet.
Yeah.
Dashing from your horse-drawn chariot.
I went to West London and I bought a cotton twill.
So a twirl is basically the first sample of making the final piece, because if you go straight into the final piece and you don't have the right shape and stuff, you'll have to recut everything.
Obviously, I was a bit confused at one point with the collar. Okay, so the collar changed. A bit different, slightly.
I've got a parka, and I feel like that's my starting point for my cape. Right now, just doing a quick sketch. I bottled it.
I remember wearing it and it was on that side.
I bottled it.
No, it looks calm,
I haven't touched it.
Wish I bought a flipping pencil instead of a Sharpie.
Am I bugging though?
You're really bugging.
Thank you, madam. Oh, damn. I forgot I was looking at it in the mirror the whole entire time. I must be a pain to work with sometimes.
No, it's fine. I have patience.
The whole vibe for me is like utility. First of all, I want a cape that has like a hood. I want it to be like drawstring, but it would be sick to have like some sort of like, yeah, like pockets or like little mini utility bags, them little like ponchos that people have that are in a bag, and then you can kind of like take it out. I think these vests are like amazing, you know, even maybe adding that vest on the outer. On top of it. I need some enthusiasm, Eastwood, man. And you know, I've got to rock this at Fashion Week, you know. I roped you in for a reason, man. You got to tell me this is gonna bang. So we've got the design, we know what we're doing. Now let's just go to Gold Hawk Road, get some fabric, and get this ish started.
I sent Louis a mood board.
It's a lovely mood board you made there, Danny.
Thank you very much.
Did you do it yourself?
I did, yeah. Essentially, Louis is going to be like my Toomey.
This guy looks sort of like a 19th century copper.
I love like the cut of this cape, where it does just look like a blazer that you're throwing on over the top.
You might need a little truncheon.
Right now, let me try on this Parker, see if it bangs. Yeah, this is sick.
I'm trying to go for like an asymmetrical kind of vibe, which I think is quite cool. I guess kind of like what Comme des Garçons does, or like what Sakai does, where things aren't exactly even.
We're in Shepherd's Bush right now, at Gold Hawk Road, fabric shopping. You don't know unless we look and we touch and we feel.
The hood is calm, comes low, goes down to my knees, just a bit lower actually. Pockets are nice.
We need to get this kind of shape right, because you're looking like a wizard.
It's like misarranging a trench coat, but it's a cape. So it's a trape.
It's a trape.
It's a trape.
So what details do you want to put on the jacket? Like, I know you said you wanted to have some like poppers and buttons.
I think buttons would be nicer, but...
It depends. If you want to go for something like more of a classic trench coat style,
that's what I want,
then
the
you
buttons.
would go for the trench coat buttons.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe the base of the cape should just kind of be like a basic color? Or do you think we should actually just play around and make everything like bold?
I think the best thing about a cape is all about the movement. It's no good if it like doesn't have the effect of what a cape actually is set to do, which is to create that whole whoosh, whoosh.
You have a little spin.
I do quite like this silhouette as it is now.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think that could be actually quite sick. It's got a shine to it. The main body of the cape is black, then we're gonna do the vest in a nice nylon matte green, which is gonna pop. Bro. When it comes to color, I'm not afraid of color. Eastwood have mentioned about actually using the fabrics that change color due to water, and I was thinking, raw, like, aren't them fabrics bare hard to get a hold of? And then he was like, yo, you can actually buy paint that coats it.
We have a white cape maybe, or a black cape, and then when it rains, it will change color.
That would be mad, yeah. I'm gonna come out, show them out my cape, they're gonna be like, yeah, hard. And then I'll just truck water at myself and I'll turn into a majestic, dripping orange delight. It's gonna be mad. If this is executed right and I trust Eastwood, hopefully we're gonna make the most iconic cape in history.
So it is always lovely coming down to Tottenham Textiles, and Louis is a joy to work with. And yeah, I'm really excited for this garment to be made. I don't know what the other boys are doing, but even if I don't win, I reckon it's gonna be an item of clothing that I actually do wear.
Working with Timmy every single time is always a pleasure. I'm so happy that, you know, someone so close to my heart is the person who brings my ideas to life. What a team.
I am Dexter.
So welcome down to the bomb shelter. How you doing?
I'm good. Hi, I'm Shanu and I'm a trend forecaster and trend consultant. I work with brands, agencies, retailers, and I kind of help them figure out like what the key items are for the next season, consumer behavior, cultural changes, big ideas and innovation.
We've designed and made a cape each. We've all agreed that we have to wear them at Fashion Week.
But you guys know how I feel about Fashion Week. If I get the dub, you guys have to come Comic-Con with me and wear the capes as well.
But I was meant to go on Comic-Con with you this year anyways.
No, I'm not aiming at you.
You didn't even bring me.
So we look back and it was like, not until like the 1930s is when they used to actually rock capes. That's why we're here today, ready to, you know, maybe light that fire and bring the 1930s back to the 2018s.
What? Bro, we're near the end of the year, so that's not
still
really...
2018.
But there's only one 2018, so 2018s.
Yeah.
There's one. You get one.
1930s.
To the 2018s.
Yeah, 1930s.
Shaq, you're up first.
Cool.
What are you guys expecting from Shaq?
A long poem from the start of the cape to the bottom of the cape.
He could go down that angle, but he might actually make this like an art piece itself. Shaquille.
Oh, is that his CP jacket?
So I was looking at capes that have currently been made by like fashion designers and stuff, and I thought what would be a good reference point is to look at some things that have already been made and then kind of like work up from there and then put my own kind of like twist on it. So this was inspired by a Junior Watanabe cape.
That Junior reference was really interesting as well.
So I made it like a trench coat, where it's a cape, so I call it a trape. I put some wool on the inside, because the one thing that I do love about Burberry jackets is the way they have their tartan pattern on the inside. I feel like it looks nice.
And I love that he had that lining as well on the inside that kind of took it back to its classic roots, but kept it quite practical and warm weather appropriate.
It's simple, but it's more about the cut and the shape of the trench as opposed to anything that's on it or whatever like that. You can put your arms through it if you want, or you can just keep your arms like this. And the sick thing is when you put your arms through it, it creates like a proper like cape illusion. And then you got PVC pockets right at the bottom of it as well. I decided to kind of make the collar asymmetrical. So it cuts off here, but then it comes all the way around and swoops here.
I love the way the collar was the thing that attached it around the neck. I thought that was a nice, clean detail.
I got a hood, which pops off as well.
I really love that you've got like an inside bit, which is textured and also got a bit of pattern, so you can kind of have that practical element, but also it's also kind of like warm.
It gives me weirdly like poncho vibes.
Yeah, no, I think the attention to detail is really sick. I do love how you've done the collar that comes down and buttons it. Things like that are just so sick because they're so simple but so effective. But I low-key would like to see just a little...
I like that it's a minimal vibe, but I want to see what's next. So, Elias, you're up.
Let's go.
What do you guys reckon Elias is going to do? Elliot, oh my God, that's Elliot.
Larry, loud, bold, bright.
Sparkles,
Maybe not
neons.
Glitter.
So kind of like Shaq did by making it practical, I decided to add like kind of like 2-3 layers. I designed it with a vest as well, so when you're not wearing the vest, you can put your arms by the side. There's also pockets on the cape, a hood, you know, for when it's raining.
And what I liked about his cape was that it was bang on trend in terms of all the like tactical utility things that are happening in fashion.
If you unzip it, so there's like another whole like jacket that comes out. If you add water, it goes translucent back to straight to the orange. Oh shit. But it kind of like changes the marks on it. It kind of looks like it's washes it off, but the paint comes back.
The jacket with the paint was a very nice touch.
From a trend perspective, like the way like the weather is changing and the future of the weather, we don't really know what's going to happen. So it's quite handy to have like lots of bits that you can like take off and like layer and have a hood and stuff like that. So it makes sense from like a trend perspective.
So for this capes episode, you've made a vest. Well done.
I can take the vest off and just put the cape on if you want.
Do it. Well, that is technically what you should have come out in. You just stylized it with a vest that matches. I wasn't really expecting black from you though. Slightly disappointed that you didn't go a bit crazy when you got all that material.
I really think the orange with the white just is so random on top of the green.
The white, if it's raining, will turn water orange.
All
The jacket
orange.
won't look white.
But that you
white
got a
patches.
hook for a thunderstorm. Imagine it starts spitting.
It's a bit inconvenient. Like, if you want to put your jacket away, you have to literally take off the thing, then roll it back up.
Next up is Dexter.
I'd love to see Dexter do something like black feathers. Imagine that whole ring with black feathers, like a raven cape. That's why you need to hire me as a creative director.
Creative director of what? Stella Artois.
Dex. Whoa, yeah.
Me, I love comic books. I love superheroes. And I was like, I don't give a damn what these guys say.
I'm gonna become an anti-hero for the day. I looked into Darth Vader, Dracula, into the Grim Reaper, and I was like, forget this. I'm just gonna have fun and do something that I wanna do. It's all detachable. It basically comes over the shoulders, you use a nylon as well, and it's all over a parka jacket.
As soon as it came out, I knew exactly what was going on. I was just like, okay, cool. This is a jacket with a cape on it, which is sick, but we're just doing capes.
But then essentially it's a jacket then, right?
It's a jacket with a cape.
Oh my God, then it's a jacket, bro. Can you attach that cape to any other outfit?
Yes, I can zip onto
So
another
the
jacket.
zips are removable?
Bro, if I want to, I could wear it butt naked, just the cape.
Ideally, it's meant for that jacket though, right?
Oh no, that's why I made it detachable. You can wear it with anything. Like I said, I can wear this butt naked. All this bit here is a part of the cape.
Whoa, cool. Wicked. When I put it on, I kind of felt quite powerful wearing it, so it definitely has a vibe.
I'd love to see it like standalone more. Like, I'd like to see it a bit more polished as itself before you then attach it to the parka.
But overall though, like as a whole, I think it's really, really cool.
But it's almost like almost like an accessory in some way. Like it's like you add it on. Next up's Danny.
Sweet.
I wonder if Danny's going to be the easiest one to just depict.
Guys, what do you reckon Danny's going to do with his cape?
After that discussion,
Bro, it might be a mini that turns into a cape and he puts it on his back. Like, who knows? Like.
You wanted a cape, I'll give you a cape.
There was no kind of questioning, is that a cape, is it not a cape? It was definitely a cape.
Okay, this is a cape, bro.
I used to wear stuff like ponchos and like shawls and stuff like that. So I thought I'd be able to use that in my design and look at old police capes, which are usually like navy and heavy set wool.
Definitely had the policeman caught in a time warp, ended up becoming Frodo, kind of simple vibes going on.
Don't know if you can tell, but I'm from Yorkshire. So we have a big half a Yorkshire rose, and then we have this fastening, which are two lions. You can either have a hood, you can have an actual collar, but then I like this kind of Mandarin collar. The sometimes hard kind of embroidery on it, so I thought I'd go for 01377, which is the Driffield dialing code. Heavy set wool, boyfriend material, nice. It just looks quite classy as well and very timeless with subtle detailing.
It looks very dapper compared to some of the more like practical ones that the guys did, and a bit more, yeah, like classy actually. What do you guys think?
Yeah, there's no discussion about it. It's definitely a cape. It is very dapper.
I mean, all of us have taken very different interpretations, and you've just taken the traditional police type of cape, which I love at the same time.
They're right, it's simple, but that's the thing, it works.
I think this looks wicked. I think that everyone's done amazing. So like, well done, and it's been really like nice to see all these different kinds of capes. Who knew there were so many? All right, guys, so down to the finals. Obviously, I love your tailoring and the kind of asymmetry and the kind of classic vibes coming out there, and also the kind of like trench references. Elias, I love like all your layers, and I love the green. I also love that bit at the back where you had that jacket that you could take out. I thought what you did was really amazing and really interesting, and like I got to wear it and I felt quite powerful wearing your cape. And Danny, I think yours was so classy and like really dapper and like really suits, I guess, you as well with all the like personal touches. But I think overall, I think you guys have all done such a great job. So my winner is... Danny.
I want to say a big thank you to Shanu for having to witness that all and judge it, because honestly, I didn't even know what was going on myself.
We are literally doing something special on the 8th of December.
8th of December, get that in your diaries, get it off work, get yourself to London, because we are hosting a Christmas grotto.
That is right, PAQ is doing it at Santa's Grotto.
Exciting stuff.